Okay. Let's see. How do we want to do this, huh? Wait. Don't jump yet. Wait. Hi, big girl. Heads up. Oh, you want to come up too? Oh, you want to come up too? I'm sorry. One of them. Okay, let me help. Let me help. There we go. Okay, welcome to the live stream. Today we have a German Shepherd and a Dachshund. Pretty dang good for the grooming process overall. We're going to be doing a bath and brush service on both of them, cutting their nails. If you don't know me, my name is AJ. I've been a pet groomer for 15 years, and I've actually been working with dogs since I was about 8 years old. I was bathing them in my mom's pet salon when I was 8, and she actually ran it out of our house. So I've been doing it for like almost 25 years. We're going to get the harness off. Wait. Wait. Put this leash on. And we're going to start by cutting. So I'm going to lift the table up, and I'm going to grab my large nail clippers. I can go up. What are you doing, cute girl? What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty? So when I'm doing nails, I always put the foot upside down. Come here, baby. That helps me see the underside of the nail, which helps me to see the pulp that's on the inside of the nail. Looking at the pulp is how I know whether or not I can continue to cut or if I'm done. The pulp is normally a white and flaky looking substance that's on the inside of the hard outer shell. But when I get close to the blood supply, a dark, once I'm close enough, it'll be a very prominent dark circle, and that's how I know that I'm actually done cutting that nail. Good girl. Layla's being really good. A couple tugs here and there, but ultimately she's holding really still for her nails. Good girl. She does have dew claws. I'm going to go ahead and cut the dew claws. Wait. Listen. Come here. Come on. There you go. Hey, first foot's done. We'll just repeat that process. Wait. Hang on, dude. Hang on. Right. There are some groomers that if they saw me doing this, they would wonder why I'm making so many cuts. A lot of people like to just do one cut, get as close as they think they can go, but I don't like making them bleed. And this technique, I'm taking half cuts. I'm only cutting off half of the nail at each time I make a cut, and that allows me to watch the pulp more closely to slowly approach the blood supply. When I do go too short, with this technique, oftentimes a full drop of blood doesn't even come out because I'm only taking half slices of the nail. Whereas when other people take one cut, maybe two, and they're all messed up, there will be a lot more blood. I think it hurts the dogs a lot more too. Wait, almost there. Last snap. Let's go. Okay. No dew claws in the back. Alright, there we go. Good job, baby. Okay, that's all that I really do before the bath for Layla. She has some hairs in her eyes. So I'm gonna put her down. We're gonna switch. We're gonna grab Nova, and then we'll take them back together to have their baths. Wait, let me help you. Let's go. Okay, now I'll pick the table up. Bring this arm down. And now we can grab the little one. Here, Nova. Come here, baby. Off we go. For her nail clipping, and I'm remembering now that in the past the leash has actually been a little bit of a hindrance. It's made it harder to get her nails done. But what happened was she had pulled on the leash. She was trying to bite the leash, but she ended up biting her ear and made it bleed a little bit. And you definitely don't want to do any of that. So since that happened, I have started doing her without the leash. So I'll go ahead and spin her around. And actually, I think the way that I did it is this way. This way I can, because I'm right-handed, I like to have my nail clippers in my right hand. And if I hold her like this, I can hold her bum with my forearm and her head with my other forearm and start cutting her nails. Okay, baby. I got you. I got you. Hang on. Wait. No. Stay here. Stay here.
Good morning. Bradshaw.
Yep.
I'll scribble your name since you're busy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We got a package. It's like Christmas. Hang on, baby. Hang on. So she's doing a nervous tail wag, whipping her tail back and forth. It's a nervous one. So that's telling me she's a little anxious with what I'm doing. Hold still, baby. Hey, hang on, wait. I know. Wait. Yep. Yep. Steady. Come on. Yep. Hey. Wait. Work with me here, baby. Work with me. Let me get your nails done. No. So she escaped my grasp a couple times, and it kind of gave her the confidence that she should really keep trying. So I paused on cutting the nails for a moment, just to hang on to her, make sure that she can't get away, and then once a few moments where they'll hold still. Hey, wait. Yep. I know. Wait. Essentially, just making sure to not reward her jumping around and escaping by letting her escape. That will and doing what I want her to do. Okay, now I'm gonna see if I can get this back foot. Hang on. Come on, baby girl. You're okay. Wait. No, hold still. Come here, little worm. You're okay. I got you. Hang on. Calm down. No. Settle down. It's okay. She's kicking me at this foot, so I'm gonna just cut the toes on that. I did not finish the other foot yet, but she's struggling pretty well today. And I figure if she wants to hand me, hang on, wait, you're okay. I got you, girl. I got you, hang on. Almost there. Nope. Hold still, no. Little wiggle worm. Yes. Oh, kisses. Okay, I need your foot. One more minute. Stay. Last two nails on the back. Wait. Wow, girl. Oh my God. Oh no. She peed a little timid pee. Hang on, let's get you out of that. I gotta get a little more off this one now. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, let's get it. Hold still. There it is. Let me get it. Wait. Hang on. Oh my. Wait. Gotta get Here's my head, my chin. Okay, hang on. Hey, you stop. Nope, you stop. Be still. Be still. No, no. So now I'm just desensitizing. I'm just trying to get her to hold still in this position. There you go. Nope. You stay. Good. Wait. Wait. So much work for one little nail. Okay, now we're gonna do this nail, this front, her front left foot. This is my ultimate puppy jiu-jitsu technique. Come here, wiggle worm. You're okay. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. I know. Good girl. No. Nope. Calm down. Nope. And the hard part with this is that it would be a lot easier to, put her on the, she ends up trying to bite the leash and she bites herself. So this is kind of my best bet, is just to work around these things as best I can and struggle a bit. Wait. You're okay. You're okay. This doesn't usually work. Working right now though. Yeah. Stay. Yeah. Almost had it. Stay, stay. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So close. We got 2 more nails. There's 1. Now we just gotta get her dew claw. Sweet. She held still for just long enough, and we got it all done. Okay, now we're gonna head back to the bathing room, and we'll give these 2. Wow, thing. Oh no, 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 no. You make my heart sing. No, no, no. You make everything. No, 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 no. Wow. Let's see. Alright. Okay. And now we're in the back where we can give these little pupperoonies a bath. Okay. Oh hi. Oh hi. Okay, Okay, let's first thing first, let's get the water warmed up. Okay, I have this bathing system that mixes the soap up for me, but these customers have a specific shampoo that they prefer that I use, so I will actually be showing you how I wash these dogs completely by hand. Anal glands can be a little bit uncomfortable, so I'm going to move this suction cup over to the side to keep her head on this side so that I can more easily reach her bum. I lift the tail up, and this is an external anal gland expression, and I reach underneath her rectum, find the anal glands, there's one on either side, and then apply a little bit of pressure, lifting them up and out until they express. They're there, and that was a good expression. So let her rinse my hand off. Rinse her bum off. Okay, and now I'm going to get her body wet, scrub her all up. Move this back up so she can spin around. If anyone right to the side of your tub, and then you can help secure your dog in the tub, and it is a game changer for giving a bath to a dog. Having some form of control to keep them where you need them is so crucial to getting it done quickly and making it a smoother experience. Okay, so put the soap in my hand. Lather it up so it's all spread out evenly, and then start scrubbing up her body. Make sure to get between all the toes, inner pads. Grab a little more soap. Good, little Nova. Okay, I need a tiny bit more soap to get her back leg, her bum, and her tail. Oh. Okay, her body's all washed. Now I'm going to get her face wet and wash her face. When I get the head wet, I try to pin down the ears to avoid water running. Get a little more soap. And we will get her face all washed up. Now I'm trying to avoid getting the shampoo in those same areas, the ears and the nose, but I'm also trying to avoid it getting in the eyes. One way that you can tell is they will start squinting. If you were to get it in both eyes, you might not be able to tell as easily because they would squint both eyes and you just might think that they're closing them because it's wet, but they squint their eyes. So if you do it in one eye, then it's much more obvious because they'll open one eye and look at you and they won't with the other because it's kind of burning because there's shampoo in it. I always rinse out the eyes after I'm done washing their face, even if I don't think that I got any shampoo in there, because it's a big mistake to leave it in there and it's super easy to just. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I get underneath the leash. Okay, it feels pretty good and scrubbed. All right, and now we're ready to rinse. So I'll get the soap off my hands. I'm gonna rinse around her mouth. See how she's licking? I want to avoid her. And then I'll rinse out her eyes, making sure that the water is really low pressure. And it started running over her ears, so I tipped her head down to make sure that the water doesn't go into her ears. And now I'll pin her ears down to rinse the top of her head. Get underneath the ear all rinsed off. And then underneath the leash. It's really easy for soap to get trapped under the leash. Okay, now we'll rinse off the rest of her body. Here. What are you doing there, girl? What are you doing? Her body's all rinsed off. I'm going to do the final step, which is to squeeze out all the excess water. And as I'm doing this, I am checking her body for any leftover soap. If it feels slippery or sudsy, I'll look at my hand, see if there's any bubbles, and if I see bubbles, I'll rinse off that spot again. Grab a little towel. Use the towel to get off the majority of the water off of her body, but the towel is limited on how much it can get off. You can't get them all the way dry, so normally after, if I was working on one dog, I would put the dog straight onto the drying table and get them dry, but where I have these two, I'm going to put Nova under a fan so that she can air dry for a few minutes while I get Layla bathed, and then I'll switch and I'll put Layla under a fan. Alright, we soaked up about as much water as we can. Take the leash off. We'll put her in the drying kennel. Okay, now to prepare to bathe Layla, I need to take out this rack so that she can sit all the way to the bottom of the tub.
Hey, big girl.
I heard it beep. Okay, sorry about that. Thought I heard something up front, but I didn't. Come here, Layla. Oh, she went in the kennel. Come on, Layla. There, girl. Let's hop up in the tub, though. Oh my goodness. Nova's just shaking. She keeps wiggling and shaking. That's her tail hitting the divider between the two cage banks. With Nova, I'm actually gonna start with her head. Layla likes to shake, and if her head is wet and the rest of her isn't wet, there's a lot less water and stuff to shake off. So I'll start with her head, wash it, and then just work my way all the way down until her whole body's been washed, and then we'll rinse her off. Baby, here we go. Nose and in her ears. Noah's trying to dig. Wait. like I mentioned, it's important to note that a good lather is how you know that the dog's fur is actually clean. If it doesn't lather, it can't do its work because the soap requires water in order to actually clean the fur. So, her face is clean. Small sections of Layla's fur, and that's because if I try to get her entire body wet and then wash all of it, her fur strips the water out of it so well that by the time I finish washing one section, the next section is too dry to where the soap doesn't lather up properly, so I have to get it wet again. And then I'm just rinsing out soap that I just put in the fur, and I have to apply more soap. So it's a big waste of product. So I do it this. I'm just gonna add a little. Big drop. Big drop. Huskies, German Shepherds, Malamutes, Akitas, all these double coat breeds, their fur strips water out of it so well. It's hard to believe how well it does it, but once you start working with them and doing this sort of work, I wasn't quite ready for her to turn around, but I do need her to turn around now. She spun around on me again, so now I have to get her to do it again. Actually, I can do her tail. Stay. Good girl. Up. All right. Good girl. Hey. Stay here. Girl. Stay. Go. None of that. Stay. Stay. Wait. Up. Stay. Stay. Wait. Okay, we finally finished washing her. Now I can rinse her off. trying to get the soap off of my hose so that it doesn't get all over my hands. Okay, start with the face. Make sure to rinse out her eyes really good. I'm realizing now that I should have rinsed her face off immediately, just in case there was soap in her eyes. Time to wash her body. I'll have to take note of that for next time. Okay, now that her face is rinsed off, you turn the water pressure up and rinse off the rest of her body. Okay, and there's no more soap on her body. So we can grab a towel and start towel drying her. That's it. I'll towel dryer over here actually. The tub has some water that pools in the bottom. And if I get her butt dry and then she sits down in that pool of water. Oh wait, hang on. It'd be a big waste of time. Stay. You're okay. You're okay. Alright. That big girl. Itchy. That felt good. Oh, she's walking towards the edge a little more than I'm comfortable with. I don't feel like I can move on to dry her back end without her potentially trying to step off the table. So I'll put this leash on her. Let's see. Now I can start getting the rest of her body dry. Girl, stay here. Stay. Wait. So she wants to spin around and look towards the front of the shop. This door is open, so it's probably part of why she does. And I'm using my shoulder and my body to actually help block it. That way she won't turn around as quickly on me, and I can get a little bit. Okay. Toss this towel in the washing machine. And before I put her in the drying kennel, I'm going to put some cotton balls in her ears. These blow dryers are very loud, and extended exposure to the loud volumes. And I have some earmuffs and some earbuds for myself. Put those on in a second after I put her in the kennel. Okay. Let's go. In the kennel. In the kennel. Okay, I'm going to turn this dryer on for just a second. I did that to get the hair off of my fingers so that I could put these earbuds in and make sure that there's no hair on them. Okay, so for my own hearing protection, I'm going to use these earmuffs. And just from fan drying, Nova is almost dry. So let's give her some cotton balls. Drying her will be super, super quick. I'll look straight up. Her face, around her eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. So the dryer will be on low for that part, and if she's holding still, I may bring the dryer right against her skin. But if she is wiggling, even on the low pressure, if it goes over her eyes or her ears, it can still cause damage. So I'll have it farther away if she's wiggling around. Let's see how she does. Okay, and just like that, Nova's all done. Like I said, most of the drying happened today under the fan. So I'm going to go ahead and put her down and let her run around out front, and then we'll get away with the dry. Kind of like a sliver or something in my hand. I can't see it though. Now for Layla, I'm actually going to use both blow dryers, and I will do the same thing where I'll use both of them on her body on high, and then I'll only use one on low, this one on low, once I get to her face. I want to avoid high pressure air getting in her. Here, Layla. Come here. Wait. Let me help you. I'm a little bit more nervous to have dogs, and then they kind of crash as they only get halfway up. And it looked like she was going to jump up on the table before I was quite ready, and then, so that's what I was doing with her. All right, I am going to put on a little bit of music for myself, and we're going to get her dry. Okay, we did it. She did really good. She was super patient. I can turn around and look at it that way, but overall she was great. So let's go ahead and head back up front and brush them out. And what's that? Man. Up, up. Oh boy. So much hair everywhere. Okay, what time is it? 10:08. Since my table's all the way up, I'm gonna do the little girl first. The timid tinkle. Okay. Alright, so not too much left to do. I will spray her body with this leave-in conditioner. Rub it all in. Make sure it gets on her face, on her legs, her belly, tail. See if we can get any shedding off of her. Not too much is coming off. See if anything will come off with the Perminator. Let's drop that. Okay, that looks good. Now we're gonna clean her ears. Looks like she already should. Squeeze out the excess ear cleaner and then wipe out the inside of her ears. Okay, not too bad. And that's it for the little girl. Little girl. We'll put her harness back on. I don't think she'll stay on the table if she's not on the leash. Sit. Stay. Oh, look at that cute face. What's this? Nobody. What's happening? Okay, you're all right. Being a good girl. You're being a good girl. Yeah. Bring this table down. Bring your arm up. Okay. You ready? Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to spray our body with the leave-in conditioner. Up. And then brush her with this little rubber brush. Up. Right now I'm just trying to spread the leave-in conditioner all throughout her fur. I'm going to go over her body and brush it a little bit more thoroughly. But before it dries, I want to spread it throughout her fur. Okay. We got a ton of shedding off for the dryer, so I don't know if we're going to get as much now. I don't expect to get as much, but definitely getting some. Or so minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and send a message to these girls' owner. Oh, what? Up. Wait. A lot of shedding comes out of these this butt area, butt cheeks, butt feathers, flank. No, I think this is the flank. Or I can't remember. brushes are pretty cool. They're really effective at getting the shedding out and not ripping out any fur. It just does a really gentle tug. And it's kind of nice because they can bend around like the tail. I think the last thing I'm going to do is take the Furminator, give her a once over with this. Oh yeah, get a lot more with the Furminator. Wait, it's okay, big girl. Wait, no. Stay. Yeah, the Furminator is definitely, the coats react to the brushes a little bit different. That's why I end up using most of the brushes on most of the dogs. Darn it. I need to go dry that real quick. Back right leg is a spot that's still wet. brushed out. Let's see. A little bit more on this. On her back feathers. And her parents have actually elected to not have her ears cleaned. And she has some sort of issues where they prefer that nothing goes in there. So, okay, I'm gonna just go back real quick and dry this one leg. But we're gonna call that the end of the live stream. I don't have time to get the other camera on and do all that. That's the end. I hope you enjoyed. Bye for now, and we'll see you next time. Okay, let's get a picture of you real quick.